Welcome everyone to session number 11. Today we will discuss about data collection different methods. So the data collection method and the M&E plan is belong to step 3. It means that decide how you will measure indicators. So to measure indicators we need data collection, and for the data collection we use different data collection methods. Today we will discuss about this, that how to collect data for different purpose. Imagine that we have built a restaurant and we have created a new dish, and we would like to know whether people like it. So we decided to measure the indicator, the percentage of visitors who enjoyed eating our new dish. How would you collect this information? All the people are satisfied from our services. So we have a lots of option for data collection to collect our data. There is different, like as we created, for example, survey to a group of customer, asking them that did you enjoy eating the new dish, for example. So the survey will be like as in the paper base, or that will be in an online form, like that will be designed in the Kobo, that will be like as in the Google or SurveyMonkey. So need to send through social media, and we can collect data from a lot of people, few minutes and less time. Also we can have a focus group, and we can together a small group of people and customers, and we will ask them to have a conversation about our new dish. It means like that here we can use a focus group, we can use a survey, and or we can use in-depth details about their reaction to the new dish. It means that we can interview some people's one by one, or our customers, to have discussion about this. So as I told him that there are each different data collection methods. A data collection method is, as we have defined, that is a process or technique for collecting data. There are many data collection methods. Each method has its own advantages and disadvantages, as I have mentioned, that every data collection method will have some profit, and for example, some methods required very a lot of resources, expertise, people, and some of they are very time consuming and expensive, while other are cheap and quick. And some methods are, for example, that we can collect only quantitative data, and some methods are for the qualitative data. So we can collect data by different methods, but all of these are methods are for the data collection method. Now we will discuss one by one the advantage and disadvantage and the each data collection method, and we will have description and the definition that how we use it. So the first data collection method is survey. Survey, what is survey? The survey is a list of question given to a part of the people, population or people. Survey may be sent to participants to pull out themselves by completed in person or the telephone or digitally, for example, as I have mentioned, or that will be in the paper based. So in the survey we have placed different questions about our subject, related to our subject, and then we can send it to our project beneficiaries or our customers, that they will fill this form from their own site. So the advantage of this data collection method is that we can collect both quantitative and qualitative data. Also, we can collect data from a large number of people. This is the advantage of the survey because we can share the survey through social media and that will become viral in a few minutes. For example, we can share that with 1,000 people and 5,000 people. That's belong to our followers in the social media. So also the disadvantage, it has a disadvantage. It requires a moderate amount of expertise to design, use, and analyze, meaning the moderator will be a good designer and that will be thinking at how to analyze the data of the survey. So this has the disadvantage and we cannot find a moderate amount of expertise in some cases. Also, some question may be misinterpreted. That will be different to every person in the survey. That, for example, that we sent to them. Uh, it may be expensive if that will be especially paper-based. That when we distribute that paper to the sites to different beneficiaries, it need distributor and transportation and different resources and for back collection. So that will be expensive if we have sent it to many people, for example, especially in paper-based. And can be slow to design, use, and analyze. This is also the disadvantage of the survey. The second method is focus group. Uh, Focus discussion with a small group, usually 8 to 12 people or participants to record feelings, opinions, and beliefs. A trained moderator introduces the topic and uses an interview guide to lead the discussion. So in the focus group, always we have shared a topic among between 8 to 12 people, and the group members write their own idea. Each member of the group it means that 8 or 12 members write their own idea in the white paper, for example, in the A4 size, and then they share one by one their idea and opinion with all the group members, and they find a strong point in their uh, in that person writing. So they carry out that into the flip chart. So from 8 to 12 members, they if they have a strong point and the group members voted them that your idea is great, so that will be written in the chart, in the flip chart, and then the one flip chart will be the representative of the all 8 to 12 members, and that will be like as a joint idea, and they will have agreement. One person will be representing that. So the advantage of that is we can collect detailed qualitative data, not quantitative. Only we can collect qualitative data, and that will be low cost, quick. One focus group can be done in an afternoon because focus group take very less time. So disadvantage is it means that it need required skill moderator sim to like us in the survey created limited quantity data. We cannot collect quantity data since this is a group experience. We cannot collect personal data from the group members because like as age number, like as age, mobile number, education, and other personal information. Uh, or collect data from a small number of people. So this is one of the disadvantages of the focus group. The third method is the interview. Interview is one-on-one conversation with people who have special information about a particular topic. Interview usually have a set of prepared questions. So it means that through interview we can collect data, but the interview carried out one by one. One person will be asking the project beneficiaries or the customer about of our services, and he will give back feedback or answer the questions. So we can collect detailed only qualitative data. It's a low cost, so this is the advantage. Also, we have disadvantage for the interview. Require a skilled interviewer, created limited quantitative data, and collect data from a small number of people. We cannot collect data from a large number of people because it's time consuming. One of the interview will take, for example, 50 minutes or 30 minutes and 20 minutes at least. So that's belong to our question length and the number of questions. But the interview is time consuming. So this is one of the disadvantage of the interview. The other method is observation. Observation meaning a record of what observers see and hear at a specified site using a detailed observation from observation may be of the physical surroundings, activities, or processes. It means that we have one other method that is called observations. For example, when you would like to monitor and observe a training through observation method, or so for the first time you will see for the training venue, for example, the trainer, the facilitation, for example, that have the interaction with each other, for example, the training curriculum. So different things we will be observing. Or if we want to observe the projects, for example, a construction projects, so we will see the quality of that projects, for example, number of laborers that skilled and unskilled laborers. For example, we will check different documents that will be like as procurement and the documents proposal, and we will see that all these our activities are carried out according to our BQ proposal and the procurement process. So we have different issue, and we can use the observation method in different places. It has advantages. The advantage of observation is low cost, can provide many types of data, meaning we can collect both quantitative and qualitative data through observations. So it has also disadvantages. It means that it requires a skilled objective observer. One of this that it means that we will have a a skillful observer to monitor all the parts of the training or of the projects or of the events. Difficult to do for a large groups. So this is also the disadvantage of the observation. Document review. Other method of the data collection is document review. A review of documents such as project records and reports, databases, training materials, communication, laws and policy documents. So document review just means that we have a project and we have implemented the project, or that is an implementation stage. So we would like to collect data for our project. So for this purpose, we check all the documents, and for this purpose we collect data from these documents. Then or the file. In simple language, every project has a file, so we will have collect data from a file. So this is called a document review, and we check one by one all the documents of the projects. So the advantage of this method is it's in low cost, meaning that it's not very expensive, and also provide information that how the project or the data changed over time. So this is also one of the good to see uh, the the project in different stages and the progress in different stages. Also, we can check and we can prepare both quantitative and qualitative data from these documents. So the disadvantage of this is it is time consuming. Sometimes information may be incomplete, or that when we have incomplete information in the file of the project, so that will be uh, biased or inaccurate data. So this is also the disadvantage of the document review. Laboratory measurement. So we have its meaning careful measurement of specific objective tanks such as infant widths or water quality. We have different uh, measurements in the laboratory. So uh, laboratory measurement is very accurate, reliable, and we can collect very good, reliable quantitative data. Uh, Also, the disadvantage of this data collection method is mean a high level of expertise and experienced person. It's very expensive. It's time consuming to design, use, and analyze. Other method is community workshop meetings, forum of public meeting open to all community members, and an interviewer asks participants questions following prepared interview guides. So advantage of this method is it has low cost, can gather a lot of data at once, provides a venue for a discussion and collaborative thinking. This is the very good advantage of the community workshop or meeting. And also it has disadvantage. The disadvantage of this method is that organizing the event take time and resources, requires a skill moderator and skill note takers to capture information and during of the session. So in the community workshop or meeting, we have also advantage and disadvantages. These are the data collection methods that we use in the projects or in the events for different purposes. It means that in some types we can collect both quantitative and qualitative, like as in the survey or like as in the direct observations. While in some methods we can only collect qualitative data, just like as focus group and interview. Also in the document review, we can prepare both quantitative and qualitative data. While in laboratory or the laboratory, we can only collect quantitative data. We cannot collect qualitative data. So these are all the methods that has their advantage and disadvantage in different usages. So people refer to different data collection methods that will be belong to the nature of the project.